Hey guys, what up? This your girl Erica, aka Miss Petite Beat. But today I'm not really here to talk about makeup. I'm more so here to talk about the license exam for social workers and how to pass it. And I wanted to give you guys a spiel on what I did because I actually asked my Facebook friends for some feedback to see what they thought about me doing this video. And they said yes, so I wanted to do it to kind of help people out that haven't taken the exam. So before I even start, I want to give you guys a little background on me and my career. I am a licensed social worker. I passed my exam earlier this year in January, and I received my MSW from the elite, the illustrious Savannah State University, home of the Tigers. What's up? In Savannah, Georgia. So that's a little background about me. I worked the entire time. I was in grad school, full-time job, CPS. It was hard, but I did it. I had my go-to people, and I did it. We did it. So anybody who's out there working a full-time job and they kind of feel like they can't study and do it, you can. Stop saying you can't, because you can do it. Trust me. Even if you have kids and stuff, you can make this. You can get this done. Trust me. So I want to give you guys a little hope on what to do to pass the exam. And I want to give you my spiels and secrets on what to do in order to have success on this exam. It's a stressful exam to take, and I want you guys to know what you need to do. It ain't for play, boo. So, my go-to books. NASW Master's Exam, The Secrets. Ain't really no secrets. It's a lot of stuff that you learned when you got your master's degree, but this book was really good for me. It really honed in on what I needed to know as far as the content. But there is a practice exam in the back of the book that's 170 questions. It wasn't really helpful to me, and I'll tell you guys about that a little later, but this is a good book as far as content is concerned. Then I have my reference book, the DSM-5, the one that everybody knows about. It's like our Bibles, like people, I went to this a few times. I didn't hang on it heavy. As you can see, it's still very crisp, but I did use it. I take care of my books, so don't judge. Even though this one was a little more torn up, but still, I used it, boo. Anyway, I want to let you guys know what you need to do. Before you even decide that you want to take the test, you need to be sure that you have a master's degree. And by that I mean you have walked across the stage and you have completed all your requirements. And on your transcript it says you are done. Finito. It's done. You cannot take this exam prior to you having an MSW. And I want people to know that you do have to be a social worker, and they will verify. You go through all this stuff, and they will verify that you are who you say you are and that you have a master's degree. So you need to have a master's before you take this exam. I started off by sending all my paperwork to Macon, Georgia. I had to have references. It was a packet, $100 application fee, person's verification. I had to get something notarized. It was just a lot of stuff to prove who I was. Like, they are not playing. They ain't playing. So I sent all that off, which was a little stressful. That took a couple weeks. I would say the total process of doing it is about 3 to 4 weeks, expecting to hear something back. And then the board has to review your things to make sure you can actually sit down and take it. Like, they need to see that you got all your little ducks in a row before you take this exam. So that's kind of where they went with it. But I did that, and I got all that stuff completed in November, and then they kind of gave me the go-to. And I went on the Pearson website. Sorry, not the Pearson website. It was on the National Social Work website or the testing website. Went on one of those websites, and I signed up for the test, and I picked my location, and I was like, done. Gonna take it. Now, when I went to take my exam, it was a little mishap because I didn't go on the Pearson website and do it. So I ended up taking my test like 2 days after, but it was no big deal because I probably shouldn't have took it that day anyway. It was raining. The atmosphere was bad. It was too many people. Take it on a calm day. Preferably if you could take it during the week when it's not that many people there, like everybody and their mama and then some, do it then. But I want to give you guys a spiel on what to look forward when you're taking the test. Now, I suggest don't study more than 3 months. A maximum of 3 months. Anything more than that, you're just going to start second guessing yourself. You're going to question everything. You're going to be prepared, but you're going to be to the point where you're going to start getting unsure. Like, you don't need to study more than 3 months, a maximum of 3 months. I'm telling you guys, a maximum of heavy studying for 3 months. And by heavy studying, I mean like looking over something, doing practice questions at least every day or every other day. Another website that I used was socialworktestprep.com. That was an excellent website to prepare for it. I did several practice exams on that, which were not expensive. They range from like $25 to like $95 if you do a bundle. It was really good, and one of my old coworkers are the ones who told me about that website, and it was awesome. Like, a great resource for social workers who are on a budget, because let me tell you, honey, everything will be coming out the woodworks as far as like studying materials. I saw one where it was like $300. I'm like, that's as much as the test. Like, no, you don't need that. Honestly, you can do free things online and more than likely still pass the test, but you do need to invest in a good book, and I say the ASVAB Secrets was a good one, and I'll leave the link for that below as well. Also, it's a test prep, socialworktestprep.com, Pocket Prep. Boy, when I tell you that was like the number one go-to, that was the number one go-to. Like, that is the number one app that will get you where you need to go. Those questions were so similar to the test, you guys. Like, I cannot remember the test. I can't even tell you. Even if I remembered, I'm not allowed to. But those questions were so similar. Like, Pocket Prep did an awesome job at preparing people for their licensure exam, because those questions were very, very good and detailed, and then they tell you why, and you can go through and it gets timed. It's close to it. That's my number one. That was like an A+ for me, and I ordered the premium package, which was like $16, and I got it around Christmas time, so they were doing a special, so I got it for like $13, $3 off. Y'all will spend $20 on, you know, other things in life. Go ahead and dish out that $16 for that Pocket Prep, because it'll be worth it in the end, and I guarantee you were more than likely passed the first time. I think their statistics were like 85% of people that utilize that app pass on the first try, and I was within that 85 percentile, so I'm telling you guys to get that. Get it. Another thing that I suggest is studying early in the morning or late at night. What I did was during the week, Monday through Friday, I would study very late at night. I would do 10 questions in the morning before my shift at work. And I didn't start, my work shift starts at 10:30, so I didn't start till 10:30, but I would wake up at around like 9 o'clock, 8, and I would do 10 questions, and then I would look over it, and I would do it in the study mode, where it would show me like, okay, this is what you got wrong, this is where your percentile is, this is how you are going so far. And the thing I also like about that app is it shows you how you progress over time, because when I first started, I was like in the D/C range, and then by the end, when I was getting ready to take the exam, I was in like the 85, 90 percentile. I did really good on it, so I started doing really good. So that is a very good track to keep you track of what you need to know and what you need to do. Also, you need to practice. You need to do a practice exam that's 170 questions, and that's where I began to talk about this book. So this book has in the back of the book, it has a practice exam that is 170 questions. Do I recommend you taking that test? No. Let me tell you why. I started taking that test, and I sat in my little study area in my house, and I was studying for it, and I started to lose confidence, because I would go through, and because it's so heavy, I would do like 25 questions and see where I was at with 25 questions and go and check the answers. I was losing confidence using this, because the questions in the back of this book, some of the questions are easy, but a lot of the questions are really hard and like unrealistic hard, like protocol, like content, and that's not how the real exam is. The real exam is more so about what you would do in real life. Like, if you were right there in that office with that client or with that patient, what would you do right then and there? This was really, really by the book, and it's not, this practice test in the back of the book is not good for, as far as practicing test questions. Good for content, not for test questions. You need to utilize Social Work Test Prep and Pocket Prep, the Pocket Prep app. Like I said, I'll leave those links below, and I'll also leave the Amazon link below for where you can get this as well. Those are the main things. I heavily am asking you guys to practice those questions. If you do not practice the questions and figure out how to take this exam, you will not pass. Like, you will not. If you are solely worried about the content and I need to know this theorist and I need to know that theorist and I need to know this research protocol and I need to know what this and that is, yes, you do, but that's not the main focus. The main focus is knowing how to answer the questions and knowing what to do when you're in that client space with that office. And that's the main difference between studying for the LM and the LC, because I was actually a part of a Facebook group that was for the LC, and I had to silence it and cut it off because it was it's totally different. LM is very by the book and what you would do if you were in the office. LC is a little more flimsy on what you can do with your patients and stuff. So I suggest, as far as honing in and studying, you need to make sure you are very focused, and that means cutting off your social media, do it. I got rid of my Snapchat app at the time, like a few weeks before my test. I got rid of my Facebook app. And I got rid of like some social media stuff, and sometimes you just have to like kind of cut yourself off and isolate yourself. Choose when you're gonna go out and do things. You don't have to like change your whole life, but you do need to focus because this test is not cheap. Like I probably spent a total of $400 preparing for this whole test, and that is including my application fee and sitting down and taking the test. And I did get tutoring from this social worker named Ashley, and really with her tutoring is more reassuring me that I knew to take the test, because I only did like 2 sessions with her, and those sessions were really good. She's a really good resource to utilize, and I'll leave that link below. But if you can't afford tutoring, definitely invest in the books and just study. Utilize all the free things that are on the internet. The internet has everything. I'm telling you, everything for you to pass this exam. So don't feel like you have to spend $300 to do it. You don't. There's things on the internet. There are people you can utilize. Invest in a mentor. Contact your old professors, people that have taken the exam that you know recently. Hit them people up, like talk to them. Don't just text them, like call them and ask them, what do I need to do? And utilize the help. Do study groups together if you can. Like I didn't study in a group. I did it by myself. I tried the group thing at first, and it was like we weren't on the same. It wasn't the same page. So definitely utilize the things that I told you to do, and it's a guarantee that you're more than likely pass on the first try. You have to ask for help when you need it. Do it. This is an expensive test that nobody wants to take more than once. So I hope this video was helpful and with you guys. If you have any questions, leave them linked below. The test, I don't know why it's not national, because it's like you're studying for the same thing nationwide, but it's a go-to, and definitely wherever you are, it doesn't matter if you're in Georgia or not, utilize this book, and also make sure you have a DSM-5 as well. And like I said, download that Pocket Prep, that Pocket Prep. That book is good. So, that app is good. So, I hope this helped you guys, and let me know if you have any questions. And I appreciate everything that you guys have done so far, and I hope this video was helpful. Leave a link below. Remember to follow me on IG, Snapchat, Twitter, and if you're my Facebook friend, you can hit me up. But let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys.